John, we've just seen some massive protests over the weekend across the nation, averaging about probably 5 to 20,000 people per city. What is the situation when it comes to immigration in Australia? Where are we getting it wrong? Why are so many people angry about it? And what can the government actually do at a federal level?
Well, I think from my point of view, so I'll talk personally, I've always struggled with the lack of public statement about what we're trying to achieve. What numbers, where from, what background, what skills. We had nothing before COVID. During COVID, we stopped immigration. Coming after COVID, I remember doing presentations to my clients and predicted we would get many million of immigrants for no other reason than it would be a catch-up. That's not a reason to immigrate lots of people to catch up with what you should have gotten during COVID. It's a very poor reason. But that's essentially where we landed, and whilst I forecast that, it's not something I forecast with joy. It had an economic consequence from investing. That was my point, that it would grow the demand base of Australia, which would help certain sectors, certain companies, and that was the macro analysis which I put across portfolio construction and thinking about investing.
If I can just take 20 seconds of your time, I apologise for interrupting this clip. If you'd like to support Turning Point Australia and what we're doing to help keep the lights on and keep the work going moving forward, please check out our website at tpaust.com.au. We've got a range of merchandise, whether it's the Make Australia Great Again hat, whether it's the other shirts that we have, or the educational maps that we have. Please go and support. If you don't want to buy any merch, that's fine. You can also support us by buying us a coffee and becoming a regular subscriber for as little as $4 a month. I'll let you guys get back to it. Thank you so much.
So does that lead into the discontent on the weekend? I think that's your question. I mean, I think if people feel they're not doing well in society, they look for reasons. There can be some blame put on particularly the cost of housing by the immigration rate. The extent of that still being debated. It certainly has an effect. There are other effects on the cost of housing. But I think it's a fundamental social issue which the government and the business, the bureaucracy, have to own up to. We have really caused a problem in the cost of housing which is causing discontent, and people need to exhibit that discontent. They get one chance through the ballot box. Often the politicians turn the balloting process into a non-event because they just confuse everyone. They don't talk about issues. They run away from issues because they actually don't want to have people vote on it. And then we end up with where we are at. And in the last week, we've got a statement that the government's going to maintain immigration. Why? There's no reason what they did, no reason what they're doing now. We've had a productivity roundtable a few weeks ago. I don't know what they talked about. A lot of it was behind closed doors. That this should have been a big issue, and I think that it's a big issue for the country. We can throw up issues, but sustainability of society is very much around the cost of housing and whether it's the next generation, young households can bring up a family and survive, and you hope we come up with answers. Otherwise, this sort of discontent's going to increase, unfortunately.
Thank you so much for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed this particular clip. If you want to support this show and keep the lights on and support everything we're doing at Turning Point Australia, please head to tpaust.com.au, where we've got hats, we've got shirts, we've got maps. And if you don't want to buy any merch, that's perfectly fine. If you want to just buy maybe a cup of coffee a month, for as little as $4 a month, you can help us get a small, long black to actually support the show and actually keep things going. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later.